Pink frock, yellow boots from behaviour, working towards achieving holistic health for everybody. Children as young as those who have just reached their secondary standard have been found using pornography in the current times. As soon as puberty hits, a lot of changes start happening in adolescence, which are psychological, physiological, and biological. Young adults usually get in touch with pornography through a friend, a peer, an adult, from home, from the content the parents might be watching that they got their hands on, news, accessibility to internet, etc. Both boys and girls have been found to be indulging into pornography, which is increasing as the time passes. However, it has been found that use of pornography leads to a lot of mental, emotional, and psychological issues concerning the young adults. Also, they might develop an addiction because when they are developing after hitting puberty, a lot of changes are happening in the brain. Specifically, their reward center and their motivation center functions around it, and thus an addiction develops easily. A lot of time, use of pornography also leads to excessive use of masturbation, which results in other health issues, particularly seeing how it impacts the mental health. A lot of things change when regular or excessive pornographic use is seen. Concentration decreases, motivation decreases, social anxiety increases, interpersonal relationship with peers suffers. Children a lot of times start isolating themselves. Sexual aggression increases, their overall thought process about sexuality, sexual indulgence is impacted based on the content they are watching. They start having body image issues based on what they are watching without realizing the amount of superficiality that is being shown in pornographic material they have their hands on. They develop unrealistic expectations from themselves as well as the partner they are engaging with. They also start having relationships which are mostly sexual in nature, and thus the overall bonding that they might have and intimacy that they have to create also suffers in the short term and long term relationships that they would have in their life. Young adults are at an age where they are developing their personality. It is a time where they transition from children to adults. So they face a lot of changes that would gradually make them who they would be as an adult. Intimacy and bonding are going to be a very strong pillars as they become adults. If that is impacted in a manner that is not reliable or not credible, it would impact the life they have as an adult. To mention this, how children can be spoken to, it is important for adults to not shy away or change topics and be more open about the questions and curiosity the adolescents might have, because a lot of time young adults turn to pornography saying that they refer to it as sex education, which as adult we all know is not the real truth. However, gradually when they are not finding any other mean or they don't feel comfortable turning to other means that are credible as an adult who can guide them or answer their queries, they turn to pornography, which results to addiction to pornography that impacts their cognitive development. A lot of children develop compulsive and obsessive behavior like watching it again and again, indulging into masturbation, sneaking away from regular activities to indulge and find content or internet that is sexual in nature. Adults at home or at school can see that if a child is sexually aggressive, aloof, not having proper communication with their peer, having difficulty forming interpersonal bonds, sneaking away, clearing browsing history, or found having material that is sexual in nature can be an indication that the child needs to be sensitized to healthy sexual conversation. There might be adolescents who are facing body image issues, have negative self perception, constantly seems to be hiding a lot of stuff, or talking regularly about sexual content, or having difficulty maintaining eye contact and peer relationship might be an indication that the child needs help. There have been instances where children develop inclination, addiction, a compulsion and obsession over watching pornography and indulging into masturbation that leads to other health issues like erectile dysfunction, change in their sexual libido that becomes difficult to deal as the amount of time starts passing. It is important to be mindful, open, and tell the adolescents that they have reliable adults who can answer their queries and guide them properly on how to go about their sexual inclinations and give them credible information. Pornographic use has been seen as impacting the overall mental health of child in general in long term. Depression, anxiety, social relationship, their academic performances as well as their co-curricular activities, everything suffers as the child gets deep into the pit of watching pornography. It is important that as adults around them, in this time where everything is present at the tip of their finger, we be more mindful and more available to them to give them the right information. Have a safe week ahead. Take care.